What up, guys? So today's video is probably going to be super short, but I hope that we can get two things out of this video. Number one, we can use this as a call to tell everybody to trim your damn fingernails and toenails when you're training. And then also, two, if you're new to Jiu-Jitsu and you're looking to get some eye protection, that this could be really useful to you. So here's where this is coming from. I was scrolling through the internet one day and found a question, not my question, but I saw a question, and I thought it was good because I just had a student go through a similar situation, and I figured we would answer it for anybody that's coming into Jiu-Jitsu, and again, to tell people to trim their damn toenails and fingernails. So the question basically was about eye protection. Guy's getting into Jiu-Jitsu. He's had some previous damage done to one of his eyes where he can only see about 5% through one eye. And so he wants to make sure he doesn't damage it even more because his eye doctor said that, you know, like banging your head's okay, but getting anything damaging to the eye is going to be a bad time. And he also wanted to protect his one good eye that he has left, right? And so he was wondering about getting into Jiu-Jitsu and what kind of eye protection he should look for. And then also, too, he was wondering it more of it from a cultural appearance standpoint, if anybody would be pissed or irritated or think differently of him because he was wearing eye protectors. And so normally I wouldn't have really thought much about this because I haven't really seen a whole lot of people wear eye protection in Jiu-Jitsu. But just a while ago, one of my students who's a purple belt, named Brandon Reed, he took third at the ADCC trials this past year. Well, a while back, he was training at a gym he was visiting, and he was rolling with this young guy who was being really wild and also had really long fingernails and toenails. So they're rolling. He gets him in a leg lock. They're engaging in that, and all of a sudden, one of those big talons on his toe slices across his eye. And he went blind in that eye for like weeks. He couldn't see out of it, right? He just couldn't see anything. And so the doctor told him, like, look, man, this is going to take a long time to heal. If you want to keep doing this jiu-jitsu stuff, because, you know, doctors don't understand what we're doing. They're like, why are you doing this? Can't you go do something else? You know, but you're like, I want to do this. Okay. Well, his doctor was kind of like that, but said, listen, you just need to put something to protect it. Head trauma is okay, but we need to protect those eyeballs there. So he started wearing goggles, and he started wearing them and using them. And again, he wears goggles with a headgear on top of it during hard rounds. So if someone's like grabbing his neck, he can keep him strapped in. And I'll put the link to the goggles that he wears down in the links below because I wanted to, you know, get his input because that's what he wears and he's experienced them. They're pretty good, right? So that's what we'll put down the links there for you below if you want to get some for yourself. But understand this, I also want to just sort of go back to this idea again. Also, by the way, nobody's going to be pissed if you're protecting your eyeballs, bro. Like, do what you got to do, right? If anybody gets pissed at you trying to protect your one good eye so that you can see for the rest of your life, go find a different gym. They're idiots, okay? That said, with that, for anybody out there, if you ever see someone with really long toenails or fingernails, understand that when coaches or when we tell people to trim their nails, we're not doing it because we're like sticklers, like, or even that getting scratched really bothers us. I mean, it's not like our favorite thing. I remember like trying to explain to my girlfriend who, when I first started doing jiu-jitsu, had scratch marks all down my neck that I wasn't cheating on her, that I was doing this thing that grown men were giving me these scratch marks down my back. But again, it more is about the danger that it can do to our eyes. Because think about how many people have got an accidental eye poke. Even me, I keep my fingernails really well trimmed. And I remember years ago, I was doing MMA training with one of our guys named Kevin. If Kevin's watching this, he'll laugh. And, you know, I went for a punch with her and just scraped his eye with the glove. And then afterwards, like, he couldn't see out of it very well because it scratches retina or is a cornea, whatever it is, like the little layer there on the eye. And I thought he was just being like a wimp. I thought he was just trying to back out of training. And so I was just pushing him the whole day. And he's still kind of training and doing what he can with one eye. And then we were outside in the back doing conditioning work, and we were doing partner carries just to, you know, cardio stuff. And he's holding his partner, and he can't see very well, and he runs off into a ditch. And that's when I was like, okay, let me take this guy to the doctor. So take him to the doctor, and, you know, when we get to the doctor, they tell us this is the worst retina scratch or whatever that they've ever seen. Who did this to you? And he looks over at me, and, you know, we have a good laugh about it. But again, imagine if I had long old talons and nails, what that could have done. So again, trimming the nails, trimming the toenails, it's not something that's just sort of hygienic. It's not something that's just like, hey, we don't want to get scratched. It's because it can do serious damage to your eyes if you have an accidental eye poke. So again, just an idea to chew on. One, if you need to get that eye protection going, there's the link for you below. And for any of you guys that run into someone, if you're like, hey, trim your nails, and they get all sort of funny about it, just send this video to them. So anyway, that's the idea to chew on, guys. Talk to you guys next time.